Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I have arrived at a beautiful little yard over in Selby, Rodder's Ranch. I'm here to see a beautiful horse called Billy. Billy is quite a big draft horse. He suffers from low ringbone. So he's got arthritis basically in his distal interphalangeal joint, his dip joint. We'll just say dip joint. So it's on the front. I'll show you this X-ray if you guys can see it. So on this X-ray, you can see it on the dip joint, the distal let me just put this down. Look. So your dip joint, is this joint, yeah? Your distal interphalangeal joint, your bottom one. And you can see these little notches, these bony growths on here. That is what we call low ring bone. So he's got arthritis pretty much in that joint. What we're going to do with the shoeing is I'm going to put quite a big barshoe on to stabilise his heels, stabilise that joint, and then I'm going to quite aggressively roll this toe, rocker it, whatever you want to call it. I don't personally like to flick them up. I know some people do, but I'm just going to use it my Baldor and sort of like chamfer that edge, taking as much tension as possible off of this joint area there. We don't want that to pinch. That pinch in there, see, like that there is not really rolled enough right now. So when he leans forward with his foot, it's going to load this area up and cause him some discomfort. Right, so this is the beautiful Billy. He's a beautiful horse. Right, mate. Good boy. Let's get you out and get a look at your feet. Come on, Billy. Out you come.
But when she goes...
Right, so we're going to take him for... Come on, Billy. Let's take him for a walk. So it's important to walk the horse up before we treat him, just to make sure he's sound, happy, you know, what side of his foot he's landing heaviest on. You can really read a lot before we treat him. It's a really important part of the shoeing process. You can see here, he's landing quite heavily on the outside. Especially on that left foot, you can see slamming that heel right into the ground. That's telling me straight away that it needs quite a bit off the outside. Now if I take that shoe off on that left foot, I could tell that is highly likely going to be quite high outside.
Right, so now guys, we're going to pull his shoes off, give him a little prep for Samuel. You know, oh, I did the hand gestures like Sam. Little prep. That's not like me. So as you can see here, our Billy boy's got some very fancy shoes on. Made by a very high level man, if you know what I mean. So buff the clenches, get your pullers, pull to the toe, pull to the toe.
Nice gentle.
Do you like it hard tug or a soft tug? You know what I mean? You like it with a bit of speed. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. What do you see here now, Tom?
So I see in this little crevice here, which is the Senko sulci, it's a bit frushy. Look, smell my fingers. It was frushy last time. Little bit frushy down. You see all this blackness and the dottiness. Yeah. Oh, get some Thrush Buster. We're like the Ghostbusters, but Thrush Busters. Whoa!
It is just a little bit smelly down the back of these bulbs. But it's really wet over it at the minute. I bet he loves that when we tickle it. Do you know what that's like? Athlete's foot?
Well, sometimes you tickle it when it's wet.
Have you ever had athlete's foot?
No, mate.
Do you know
what I mean? You usually tickle it when it's wet.
We'll get that sorted for you, Billy boy. Going just like that. Sam.
Right up.
Right up.
Right up. I'm going to use this stand because, you know, I know I talk about all the time, you know, mind over muscles, but sometimes you need muscles, especially the legs. So what I do is, you see this little, this is our end process, but we are undoing our clenching so that the shoe's looser. And for example, if you didn't do this, you could risk pulling foot off. We don't want to pull foot off because it just makes Sam's life harder.
How nice is that? One of my lovely clients bought me and Tom and Luke some Maltesers. Well, I just spit on my hand. So, Billy being quite a big horse, gonna cheat. I'm gonna pick his foot up. And I'm gonna get him to sit on that. And that saves my back a lot of hard work. Look at that frog, it's grown, isn't it? Look at that there. I want to chop that down. I'll definitely get stuck into that first.
Quite hard though.
Quite a big build up of frog on it, isn't it? Just got to let some air get in there. Look at that gunge in there, look. God, I won't want to eat my sandwiches with my fingers after. Ooh. Strong in it. You guys can't smell this, but it's strong. So we need to treat down here. We're going to need to get down in there with some antifungal stuff down between the bulboville. That's where it is in here. See, it goes quite fleshy back here, so I've chased it as far back as I can, and then we need to treat it with some antifungal cream or a spray. Bit of foot there on his outside.
Which eye is it?
This side. I don't want to take too much of this bar out. I'm pretty straight. I want to go absolutely ham on him. Why? I'm pretty happy with that. We'll leave a little smidge of foot on round here. We're keeping this sole off the ground. Billy does love a good treat, don't you? He loves a good stud muffin, don't you, boy? Good boy. See, this is the correct way to greet your horse, with treats. Yeah? Straight away he's going to like me, he's going to love me. He's going to be like that guy that comes every 6 weeks, gives me sweeties. I'm going to be a good boy for him. Aren't you, mate? Right, so now I'm going to dress his foot forward. We've got him a nice trim underneath. So now I'm going to take his foot onto my peg. I'm going to take my foot forward onto my hoof stand. And I'm going to start to dress it up. I'm going to gather his toe a little bit. It's just sort of growing forward a little bit. I don't want that toe too long, putting too much stress on that joint. I dressed his toe. Obviously, with the arthritic changes on the dip joint, that joint we looked at on the Xrays, the longer the toe is, the more leverage that we'll put on that joint. So we want to make sure we get it as short as possible for him, to keep him as comfy as we can. Ain't that right, Bella? Yeah? You agree? I think he does. Good boy, Billy. So being a very big boy, Billy is a size 6 mustard libero, which is the biggest size machine-made shoe I carry in the van. Good boy, Billy, that's it. Cool, let me check that again. Still just a smidge high on my inside. Immediately. Just need to take that heel down. That's cool. Right, there goes our trim. Oh, let's try this shoe on. Well, it's going to cover, yeah? It's a big, you can see how big he is, okay? Oh dear, lad.
Yo! That was really easy. Go for a lap. Yeah, I think you're the wrong way. Take it the wrong way, let me go the other way. Let me come back.
Buzz. Good lad, Billy. Good boy. Good boy, Billy.
I don't so comfortable.
It's just always broke.
I'm in your creatine, you
No, it's the size of the horse row. So now I'm just going to trim him with a rasp, neaten him up. He's an heavy lad. I'm glad I can sort of cheat and use this hoof jack, because this horse, he's a good boy, but he weighs a lot. He's a heavy lad. And I've got some alright thighs. I can lift some weight, but this boy, Jesus, he's heavy. So now I'm going to dress this foot, same as the other foot. We give this toe a good trim, don't we, Billy boy? He's a good boy to shoe, is Billy. Aren't you, mate? Yeah, he's a really good boy. But he also needs a good ergot trim. See these little bits here. If they're left too long, they grow too much, just irritate the horse, make it a little bit itchy for him. So what I'll do is just come, give him a nice little trim, chop him up. Let's see his back feet. Same again here, look. Some little nuggets in there. Just give them a nice little chop. Come on, Billy. Good boy. Oh, he's got some juicy ones in here, look. Good lad, Billy. You see how they start to splay out? They can grow back into him a little bit, just irritating him when they're moving. I'll just chop these up for him. On his chestnut as well, quick. Yeah, nice little clean up. So now I'm going to fit his shoe for the right four. We had to make a special pair of tongs today because Tommy used them in another van yesterday and he forgot to put them back in. But we had a faulty pair of hoof nippers. So we were able to just forge them into some tongs. Credit to Luke there, thinking on his toes. Pull this quarter out a little bit. clip on. Yeah. Now I'm going to burn it on his foot, aren't we, Billy? Make sure it fits right. Good lad. Let's have a look. Good boy, Billy. Oh, bet my arm there, look, because that shoe's so long. Oh, I keep burning my tattoos, really, a minute. Probably not the most clever thing to do, really, is it, guys? There we go, clip someplace now. In the right place. Shoe, so you can see where that's fitting now. See how I'll burn it on. See where my heels end just towards the inside. Right, so now I'm going to fit his other front shoe, which is a little bit toasty. And again, let's have a... Good boy, that's it. I'll just sort of take a sliver for his clip. Good boy, Billy. Perfect. That's it, we've got another good bird on there. You can see where his foot finishes. Gives some nice length and width. What we're going to do now is I'm going to fire weld a straight bar shoe into this shoe. Remember what we were talking about at the start of the video, and I was like, what I want to do is stabilise that hoof capsule and provide it as much, the joint as much stability as possible. So I'm going to put a nice wide straight bar on, which I'm going to fire weld from an old rasp. So that'll be pretty interesting. We'll have to see if it sticks, won't we, Tom? Right, cool. So that's my first one. So now I'm just marking the old rasp, what I'm going to use to make my bar shoe. Right guys, first things first, always remember your PPE. Ooh. There we go, they're done then. Right, now I should be able to just jiggle. I'll just jiggle that off. That should just come out. And I'll just crack it off. So that's my first bar shoe, or insert done. Look at that, even landed on my shoe nicely. Now I just need to cut the next bit out. So you can see how this is going to work, right guys? So my bar shoe is going to come down here. There we go, now we've got this next insert done. I've got my shoes heated up, well my shoe and my bar. I'm going to get some flux on there while she's nice and warm. You don't want to be shy of it. It's Tom's flux, so...
You bought it, right?
Yeah, that's true to be fair, I did buy it. And what I'm going to do is stick that on there. Put the bar where I want it to go. See what, it's nice and warm though. Put a little bit more flux on. Oh yeah, we're getting it all over. What we're going to do now is get it up to temperature. So when that flux gets hot, it'll start to weld. And then what I'm going to do is bash it really hard with my hammer, and hopefully it'll stick together. So we've got a nice bit of smoke coming off. Just going to tap it each side, stick it together. Try not to burn my hand. And I'm just going to get the heel of my hammer, start forging it in. Start working that bar in. Same on the other side. The heel of my arm, I'm just going to start forging that rasp into the bar. Just give it a good clean. You can see how it started to stick there. See how it's stuck in now. And myself. What we were talking about earlier is we were like, we need to roll this toe for him to reduce the leverage on the front of his joint. So when he's breaking over, it just makes it easier for him. And that is where my grinder comes into play, right? So what I do is I just run it round the toe over and over again. See how I'm starting to get that edge? Being very careful that I don't line my knuckles off. I should be wearing my welding gloves to protect myself. I'm just feeling a bit of a bad boy today. I'm going in bare. So if I hurt myself, it's my own fault. I don't want any sympathy. See how it's coming now? You see the breakover? Getting that roll. See that, can't you? But we're going to do it that one bit more. See how he's got his toe like that now? But nice. Grind. It's hot, I touched it again. Do you see where we're going with it?
Silly boy.
So we ease that breakover. Got his bar nice and welded now. Pretty cool that though, isn't it? Pretty cool. The boy taught you that, didn't he, Luke?
Yeah.
DE. Go on, big boy. Let's go. Clean up. Smooth it back off. Good boy, Billy. Let's try it on his foot. Lovely, there we go. Good boy, Billy. He's a good lad. Good boy. Good lad. The barshoe works just by stabilising the heels for him, which won't allow these heels to move independently. If he's landing heavier on one side, it'll share the load evenly when he lands. Stabilising that joint inside we were talking about as much as possible. And what I'll do is just rasp these nail heads off a little bit, smooth it off for him. When we're talking about that breakover, I don't want them to be too proud. I want the shoe to come to do its job straight away. Beautiful. Perfect. Go, go, Billy Bob. Mate. Good boy. Let's just get them shoe pullers. So there we go. We've got his shoe fitted on his foot nicely. It's nice. Got a nice bit of width there coming round. See that fit? Very pleased with that. Great success. Now I'm just going to clench him up. If you watch this channel regularly, guys, you'll understand exactly what I'm doing.
My job.
But for those that haven't, I'm just shortening his nail heads. I'm going to use my undercutter here to just make a nice little bed underneath for my nails to sit in. use my clenching tongs. Tom's clenching tongs. I'll just fold them over into that little pocket I just made. And this is what we call clenching up, which is just like tying shoelaces for us humans. Obviously, horses don't have that luxury because they've got no fingers and they don't wear trainers. So we do it for him. Good boy, Billy. He's a good boy, Billy. Thank you, mate. Good boy. Good boy, Billy. Good boy, Billy. See you later, Matthew. And then I'll just put on a nice bit of hoof fella. Good boy, Billy. And there we go. We've got him all nice and shot up now, it's finished. Got sparkly new feet. Went down a treat. Let's just have a look. What we're going to do now is treat them smelling frogs. The back of his heel there, so underneath this bar. I've got some stuff here that I'll just get rid of. This Thrush. Give it a good shake. It's good stuff, this blue spray. That's the finished product now. I've got the bar welded in. I've got a nice rolled toe there. We're talking about easing his brake out to help that joint. And the bar as well helps provide stability to the back of his foot, which stops uneven loading of that joint. Just treat the back of his heels a little bit. Get rid of that Thrush that's deep in there. It's good stuff, this blade tray. And last but not least, before we finish, I just need to chop this little ergot off here. Just get my nippers in there and get a nice little snip. Keep him nice and clean. Now this is Billy post-shoeing with his nice new shoes on after he's had a trim. We'll see how he's landing now. Lovely. Landing nice and flat, yeah. Looks happy there. It's alright, good boy, ain't you, Billy?
Aw, yeah,
Take him out for a prod. Yeah, he's been a good boy. He's a good boy. You recording there? Yeah. Look at the chocolates our client just got us. So Billy's owner just absolutely spoiled us. Pulled out the biggest bar of chocolates and biscuits I've ever seen in my life.
And some rum.
And we got rum.
And some rum. Look at all that rum there. Get the rum.
Yeah, we can get spoiled us. I'm not kidding you. That yard there is my best yard, hands down. One of the best yards. I've got a few best yards. But she spoils us. She's definitely gets, her calls get answered. She rings, I'm there on the phone. There's no ignoring that one. You look after your barrier that well. Isn't that right, Tom?
Yes, it is.
But anyway, guys, that is how we treat Billy. So what we did there is put in a nice wider barshoe on to give some stability to his joint, and also we eased the brake over quite severely, so should make it a lot easier. Stop that pinching at the front of his distal interphalangeal joint, dip joint. Bit of a tongue twister that, isn't it? But yeah, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
enjoy the rest of your Christmas.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
See ya.